Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be giving my thoughts and opinions on all 39 entries of the Eurovision Song Contest in Rotterdam in the Netherlands this year after the unfortunate cancellation of the contest last year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. What a year it has been. I actually recently rewatched my reactions to last year's songs. How wrong I was in saying that I think they were going to have the contest. I think it was canceled like a week and a half after I released that video. Um, and the thing that stuck out to me most in there is I was talking about how in Illinois, I live in Chicago, Illinois, for those of you who are new here. I said something along the lines of, oh, we have 66, I think was the number, 66 cases in Illinois, which was starting to get scary. We were starting to actually like shut down. And we have well in the hundreds of thousands now. The US was kind of the worst place for it for a long time last year. And it's just crazy to think about how changed the world is, the kinds of things that have happened. Um, the contest being canceled, all of the lockdowns and stuff like that. But things are looking up. I'm double vaccinated now, which is really a blessing. I didn't catch COVID. My mom didn't catch COVID. My dad and step family did catch it, but they recovered, thankfully. Um, but it was just a crazy year. I watched the Europe Shine a Light thing and just cried, especially in that opener where they showed all the empty European cities last April and May. Last April and May were probably, not just for me, but for the world, the worst 2 months, not just in recent memory, but in long memory. Just the world was almost completely dead, like silent, no life, everyone at home, and it was nuts. Um, but we've got the contest this year. I saw the stage. The stage looks great. I think that we're getting the best of the situation that we can. The fact that we can have some spectators. Everyone minus Australia is in the Netherlands live on stage, which is really exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. Um, and yeah, so without further ado, I'll go through all of the songs with the video recap that the Eurovision YouTube channel provided, and then at the end, I'll give a little more thoughts and opinions. I'll say my favorites, who I think has a shot at winning, and things like that. So let's start the video. And I love that we kept the same theme and sort of the same sort of graphics. I thought that was really nice. So first we have Albania. I really like that they're sending sort of the only overtly ethnic power ballad this year, which makes sense because they always serve this kind of thing and they serve it really well. All of their female vocalists are amazing. I think this will stand out because it's really kind of the only ethnic power ballad, and I think it'll might qualify. I really, really, really like Australia. I like this song better than last year's song. I think she's more confident performing it. I don't think it'll qualify though, which is really sad. It's in a stacked semifinal, and the fact that they're not there, I think might actually harm them. But I love it. I like that with Austria, we're not getting a like direct Bruno Mars ripoff like we did last year. But compared to everything else, this is kind of middle of the road. Which, I mean, it's not a bad song, but in such a stacked year, it just doesn't really set itself apart. I love this entry. It grew on me from the original time I listened to it to now, and now I dance along, I sing along to it. They're going to stage it really well. I think I might even like it better than Cleopatra, and I really liked Cleopatra. I just hope she dances a bit more. Belgium is quality. I love it more than last year's entry. I love this woman's vocal range, her vocal tones, and the lyrical content of this song is very, very well done. I don't know if it'll qualify, but they don't have to be ashamed. This is a really quality entry. I love this song. I loved their entry last year. I love their entry this year. Bulgaria has been coming for blood lately. I don't know if it'll win, but I think this is going to be something really special to see on stage, and I'm excited to see how she does. I love Croatia. This is a bop. I love the beat. She's so confident on stage. Her national final performance was wonderful. I cannot wait to see the one they do at Eurovision. And I love this part. Tick tock, take you dancing. Oh my god, it's so nice. I really want them in the final, you guys. And then we have Cypress with another amazing bop. I know there was a bit of controversy with the lyrics, but I mean, she's not actually talking about the devil, guys. Like, it's a metaphor. But I love the beat to this. And I love... I cannot wait to see this on stage. It'll qualify. I love Czech Republic. I loved them last year. I love them this year. The odds don't have them qualifying. I think that is completely wrong. This has its own spirit. He performs it confidently. He's a really infectious personality. I think they'll stage it really well. And nothing really sounds like it this year, so it'll stand out. This is a guilty pleasure. When this first won Denmark's national final, I was like, what in the world is this? But it's 80s kitsch. They're great performers. The fact that it's in full Danish, I really like. It's not often we hear Denmark sending a Danish song. And it's really nice. This is better than last year. Miles better than last year. He's actually got like a song around him this year. He's a really great looking person. Let's call a spade. I don't see it in the final though, but he sounds more confident performing in it, which I think is key. Living that life on the dark side. Finland sending this rock moment is so wonderful. They're going to qualify. It's going to look wonderful on stage. And I love how their vocals are really crisp for a rock entry. Sometimes that's hit or miss, but they're really great. Class is in session, people. And France is showing you how to potentially win the Eurovision Song Contest. I find it funny how Germany was doing so bad, and then they won, and now France is primed to probably be the next big five to win. I want them to win. I love that song. I loved their entry last year, and I don't hate this, but it's a letdown compared to last year. Last year's song was so good, and nothing really sounds like it this year, which I think is nice, and he's a great performer, but it will not make the final. I just feel sorry. Like Denmark, this is kitsch in its own way. It's not bad. He's a really great person. The message behind the song is really nice, but I don't think it'll make it out of the bottom five, unfortunately. But Last Dance, a rock and romance. This grew on me a bit. I really liked Supergirl last year and the ethnic element to it, so this was a bit of an adjustment, but now that I've listened to it, I sing along and I dance along. It's pleasant. It'll qualify. This and last year's entry for Iceland are tied for me, but I love both of them. I love the vibe, the grooviness. Their lyrics are often a lot deeper than you think they'd be given the kind of style of the song. And he performs so well. They all do. I love this song. I love Ireland. 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 I want them in the final so badly. And the way they're staging it, I think is going to look really cool when we see like what it actually looks like on camera. And she performs really well. I want it in the final, you guys. Best revamp in Eurovision history? They dug themselves out of a non-qualification grave with this one, people. Like, these whistle notes, oh my god, this is just like incredible. Israel has so much to be proud of. I love Eden. We're gonna mute here because I don't want to get copyrighted, but I love Italy. I love Italy. I love their androgynous looks on stage. I love their swagger on stage. Their personalities are amazing. The song is so infectious. The fact that Italy is sending like a rock entry and like a hard rock entry is really great. You know the night is coming. This is such... I know it won't qualify. It's a long shot, but I still love it. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. I love it. It won't qualify, but I love her. I love this song. It's so cool. Take right at my home. Lithuania's gonna get their best result ever with this song. I'm already calling it now. They're gonna qualify. They're gonna do amazing in the televote. I love their dancing. I love the message of the song after the year we've had. Will it win? I don't know. I wouldn't be mad if it did, but this will definitely beat 6th place. But there's nothing in it for you. First junior Eurovision winner and Eurovision winner. It's a definite possibility if the bookies have their way. And I love this entry. I love the excuse my French part. It's so cheeky. She's so fun. And her vocals are amazing, so this is going to be performed flawlessly. Come over, hey lover, give me some sugar. I love the dancing to this. I love the ice creams. I so wish we would see the ice creams on stage. I know we won't, but I wish we could. And this is so infectious. I think Moldova will easily qualify, and I love it. I love Vasil. Good vocals. This isn't a bad song. It's interesting how they went from a tango song to a slow ballad. There's not a lot of hype around it. I don't see it in the final, but Vasil's good looking, and I hear he's gay, so call me, because you're really attractive. I wish the costume was different, but this has such a nostalgic early 2000s sort of rockish, popish vibe like you'd hear when your alarm clock went off in the morning for school, and he performs it really well, so we'll see how Norway does. I just wish the costume was different. I wanted Alicia again. I loved Empires last year. Denmark does 80s better than him. It's not awful, but it's very paint by numbers, if you get what I mean. Like, I love the vibe of this. It is so unique this year. It's so funky. It's got soul. It's classy. I see Portugal in the final. I think the juries will really like this song. And the bookies have them in the final now. And I wouldn't be mad. I really like it. I love this song. This is my favorite Romanian entry of all time. And I say that confidently. Her vocals live are amazing. Even though in the song they're sort of processed, she still sounds incredible on stage. I cannot wait to see how this is staged. I love her blue hair. I love it more than Alcohol You. Russia sending something Russian and unique is so wonderful. I loved Uno last year, but this is so great. And the rehearsal today was amazing. Oh my god. They are going to easily qualify. I think they'll come top 10. Will they win? I don't know. If they did, I wouldn't be mad. But... And San Marino, coming out of nowhere. The biggest glow up from last year, easily. They are a surefire qualifier. They're going to get their best result ever with the song. She sings amazing, and Flo Rida coming in out of nowhere was a shock, but he does great too. It's a great song. I like Hurricane. I like Serbia. I think this is going to be performed really confidently. I can't wait to see the choreography with it. I think it'll be in the final. I slightly preferred Hasta La Vista, I think, but I like that they stuck with their guns. Like a bop, a girl group bop, and we love a girl group moment. Slovenia, I love her vocals. I preferred Voda. I think it had a really unique sound to it with the water aspects and everything. The staging of this looks competent, but I don't think it'll light up the scoreboard. It won't qualify, but she's got a great voice. We're gonna mute here too, because Spain gives out copyright strikes. He's not bad. It's not a bad song. I just haven't really clocked them the past 2 years. They've sort of just been sort of there, if you get what I mean. Like, they're not bad, but I don't know. I like Sweden. It's catchy. He performs it pretty well. I wanted to see the Mamas again just because I loved them last year, and Sweden finally sent women, and then they didn't even go. But he performs it well, but I don't think it'll do as well as Sweden's been doing lately. Like, it might not even make top 10, but I like it. I love Switzerland. I love it, love it, love it, love it. They were my absolute favorite last year. This year, my top is really sort of ever changing, but they are in it. They have a very good chance of winning. They would deserve it. I would be over the moon for it. I love him. I love this entry because it's so unique in its identity, and he goes to his roots, which is really wonderful to see. I think I preferred Grow a bit more because the ending of Grow last year was wonderful, but I love that they're sending this entry on their home turf. He's going to perform it really wonderfully. I love Ukraine. I love Goa. I love Solove. I love Shum even more. I love the build-up where it goes brr, 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 and it gets faster and faster and then drops. This is so amazing. They're going to qualify. I am so happy with this entry. I love it, and I love her vocal tone. It is so unique and wonderful to listen to. And then the UK sending an amazing bop entry. I liked his entry last year. I love this entry. He's a great singer. It's going to be performed really well. I want to see the staging, but I don't see them in the bottom 5. Left-hand side, even, I wouldn't be mad about it. But, so those were all of the entries. And I think it's safe to say that this is an incredibly strong year. An incredibly strong year. That first semifinal, I know I've said it before, like in 2018, we had the semifinal of death. This first semifinal is going to literally be a bloodbath. We have so many favorites in one semi. We're definitely going to be leaving a good chunk of them behind, which is really scary to think about, but also adds so much to the excitement factor. That qualification portion on the night is going to be so filled with anxiety. I am very much looking forward to it and also very much dreading it. But yeah, we have a very strong year, which is so wonderful after not having the contest for an entire year. 2 years. It's been 2 years since the last Eurovision Song Contest. Let's let that sink in for a minute. 2 whole years. I mean, rightfully so. We did not need to do a contest last year. We had much more pressing things to attend to. The fact that we were even able to get such a really great produced tribute show was prize enough, I think, in that horrible time last year during the spring. But yeah, a very strong year. It's so difficult because I have a good chunk of favorites this year. Like, it's hard to really pick a favorite because, like, every time I listen to different songs, I see myself thinking, oh, this is my favorite. Oh, this is my favorite. Oh, no, this is my favorite. If I had to definitively pick, like, a top 5, it would probably be Switzerland, France, Malta, Ireland, and I think Romania. Those 5 are so... No, wait, I forgot Italy. I can't even do a top 5 because then we have Italy, and I love Italy, but I also love Ireland and Romania, and France and Switzerland and Malta. It is so ever changing in my top. It is nearly impossible for me to pick a favorite. The more I think about it, the more I'm kind of like, I'm sort of pulling a bit more than the rest for France. I just find that entry so impeccable. And when you see the performance live, there is something about this song where you see it live and it gains so much power and so much momentum that it is impossible to ignore. Even if it's a bit slow for your taste, you see the live performance, the way they film it, the way the lights are. I know she said that she might be changing a few things, but I don't think they're going to completely change it. I know she said that there's not going to be an Eiffel Tower, which we see a lot, which is nice. Um, but the more I see it staged, the more I'm convinced that this France has some definite momentum, which is really interesting. I know I touched on it when I was talking about the things, but like back in the 2000s when the Big Five were awful, and not even awful, because I do like some of the entries when they weren't scoring well, but like from 2005 through 2009, minus the UK in 2009, the Big Five scored near the bottom consistently. And not even the Big Five, the Big Four, because Italy didn't come back till 2011. But they were near the bottom. 2005, they occupied the full bottom. Personally, I loved France 2008. I think it should have done better. I thought it was an amazing song. And France 2009 was incredible. I'm glad that they scored top 10, and along with the UK. But we saw all that, and then Germany leaped to the front and won in 2010. Now we have a situation where France has kind of been mid-table, like they got sixth with Amir, and then Alma got on the left-hand side, and then Madame Monsieur and Bilal came upper right-hand side. So middle of the pack. But then you have an instance where they are on the cusp of winning the whole contest. And it's that mentality of like, who's going to be the next Big Five to win? And I think for the longest time, nobody was really giving France a thought. Like, it's been Italy, and rightfully so, because Italy has been giving us quality consistently. Even when they scored really low with Emma, I loved Emma's song. I don't think it was staged the best, but I loved it. But everything else has just been consistent quality. But it's interesting because nobody was really clocking France for the longest time to be the potential next Big Five winner. And here they are, like, climbing the odds. They're in second place with an impeccably staged, impeccably sung, impeccably written, impeccably thought out entry. And there's this part of me that whenever I see the live performance of Voila, where I'm like, I want this to win. I want France to win. So, does that translate to it being my absolute favorite of the year? I think there's an argument for that. But Switzerland winning, I would be perfectly happy. Malta getting their first win ever, Destiny winning Junior Eurovision and then Eurovision would be incredible. The only thing that gives me some slight pause about Malta is their very unfortunate run with the televote. They're always in the jury's top. Like, Ira Losco, I think, got like top 5 in the jury in 2016. But their televote scores year after year after year are just abysmal. Even Michaela in 2019 with that bop got, I think, bottom 5 in the televote. She got like 20 some points. Now, Destiny's song is the best song Malta's ever sent, in my opinion. Her vocals are going to be incredible. A lot of people love this song. The bookies have it winning this close to the contest, and that says something about its momentum. But there's just this tiny part of me that's like, will Malta break their televote curse? I think that they probably will, but it's just this tiny little thing kind of in the back of my mind. Italy is incredible. I love Italy. I love Romania. Moldova won't win, but I really like that entry. I hope it does pretty well. I want Croatia in the final. I want Israel in the final. That first semifinal is just so. It's going to be so difficult to watch, but also so incredible to watch. I just wish that they'd been split up a bit so that it wasn't so do or die in sort of a way. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, my top is fluid. There's a tiny part of my heart that's pulling a bit extra for France. Just for reasons I already said. But I'm just so thankful that we have the contest this year. Unfortunately, I won't be able to live stream watching it with all of you. I'm actually going to be going home. I'll be at home with my mom, but I will be watching it just so I can see it live, see the qualifying things live, and I'll watch the final on Saturday. But I won't be able to live stream with you all, so I apologize for that. But we'll all still be watching it, which is really exciting. We have a contest this year, which I think is the ultimate prize. And yeah, so I'm just excited to see these rehearsals. Like I said, Russia's rehearsal blew me away. They are going to do so well. I love the uniqueness. I love that they sent something in full Russian. There are some English parts, but the fact that it's primarily a Russian song, finally from Russia, is really wonderful. I loved them last year. I love them this year. I think she's got a wonderful energy, and I can't wait to see it qualify. But yeah, well, those are all of my thoughts. I hope you are all doing well. I hope you are all staying safe. It looks like we might be coming on to the tail end of this thing, which is so nice. Having a really great summer to look forward to. I actually ran a half marathon last summer, so 13.1 miles. I think that's 21 kilometers, if my measurements are correct. You can see sort of my medal collection back there. I've got 13 medals now for all of my races and running series, so that's exciting. I will be running the 26.2, so 42 kilometer marathon here in Chicago in October. I start training for that in June, so that's going to be really exciting. I'm so excited for it. It's the first marathon I wanted to do, just because Chicago has always held a special place in my heart. So I'm glad I can do it on my home turf for the first time. But yeah, stay safe, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just remember that these are opinions. I didn't try to bash anyone because nobody deserves to be bashed. But if we disagree on stuff, that's the wonderful thing about the Eurovision community. Everyone has their own opinion and everyone has their own favorites. But for all of you folks in Europe, throw some votes for France, Switzerland, and Italy and Romania and all of my favorites for me since I can't vote. I might do some more videos about rehearsals and just opinions and things like that in the coming week before I go home on Saturday. So be on the lookout for something along those lines. But I'm so excited to share Eurovision season with all of you, and I hope you all have a wonderful time. For those of you in the Netherlands who can go to the show, enjoy. It's going to be really great, and I can't wait to see who qualifies and who wins. So have a good night, everybody. Bye!